Good morning, everybody. Now, children, if you have something wrong with your eyes, if you can't see properly, what would you do? Who would you go to? If you have something wrong with your eyes, you should pray, that's right. But you would probably go to an eye doctor, an optometrist. You would probably go to an optometrist to fix your eye problem. Now, if you have something wrong with your ears, if you can't hear properly, what would you do? Who would you go to? Mostly, if you struggle to listen, you will go to an ear doctor. You will go to an audiologist. Now, what if I tell you that I have some glasses for your eyes that will help you to hear? Glasses that will help you to listen. Now, you might be giggling to yourself thinking, Auntie Adele, have you gone a little bit crazy? How can fixing your eyes help you to listen? Now, that is a very good question. But you know, we see that the Bible tells us that when it comes to understanding about life and how God works in our world, our eyes and our ears are connected. In life, sometimes we don't listen. Not because there's something wrong with our ears, but because there is something wrong with our eyes. So if we want to fix our listening problem, we actually need to fix our eyes. Now, we are in the book of Job at the moment, and we have seen that Job has had some terrible things happening to him. Job has been wrestling and struggling to understand these hard things. Job has asked, why do I have so many questions that are never answered? Why do my friends tell me it's my sin that's causing me to struggle, and I know it's not? Why is there such a big gap between what I know to be true about God and how I feel? Throughout the book of Job, Job has been wrestling and struggling. Now, last week, we saw that Job continued to wrestle with unanswered questions. When God did not answer his direct questions, Job felt in the silence that God was not near, that God was wrong in the way he was treating Job. Now, in today's passage, we meet someone new. This man's name is Elihu. Elihu has been standing there, listening to the conversations between Job and his friends. And today, Elihu decides it's time to speak. Elihu says, listen to me. Job, you need to listen to what I'm telling you. Some of what you have been saying about how God works in his world is wrong. Job, God never does what is wrong. God has been speaking to you. So, Job, make sure you are listening. And then Elihu shows Job that the reason he has only heard silence, the reason he has not been listening, is not because of a problem with his ears. It's because there's a problem with his eyes. And so Elihu tells Job that he needs to fix his eyes so that he can fix his listening problem. Elihu says to Job, Job, use your eyes to look around and see God so that you can understand him properly. Look and see. Look at the clouds. Look at the rain. Look at the lightning. look and see God. God who is in absolute control. God who always does what is right. God who genuinely loves you. Children, when it comes to understanding how life works and how God works in this world, we need to realize that our eyes and our ears are connected. So make sure that you look to God, that you look around and see who God is, so that you will be able to listen to him and understand who he is. Let's pray.